there's a need to balance ourselves so that while we adopt technology for promoting efficiency, accountability, and transparency, there is also a need to preserve and protect the core human values. And therefore, we have chosen the theme Emerging Technologies and its Impact on Future Society for our e-Naga Summit 2020. We are also aware that this is a time where all over the world people are making preparation for celebrating Merry Christmas. And therefore, we have opted for a very short e-Naga Summit 2020. But while doing so, we have not compromised on the quality of resource persons. And I take this wonderful opportunity to welcome all the resource persons and each and every one of you to this e-Naga Summit 2020. With these few words, I request our Honorable Advisor, IT and C, NRE and Science and Technology, Sri Mulumo Kikong, to give his speech.
A warm greetings to all the experts and resource persons from Estonia, Europe, Asia and India, and to all the viewers of the 6th edition of the e-Naga Virtual Summit 2020. I'm happy to inform you that the government of Nagaland through the Department of Information Technology and Communication is conducting the 6th edition of the e-Naga Summit 2020 through virtual mode under the theme Emerging Technologies and its Impact on Future Society. This time, in spite of the COVID-19 pandemic situation, we are conducting the summit through virtual mode, and we top experts in IT sector from Europe, Asia and India, which is a clear indication that the state of Nagaland is very determined and committed to fulfilling our vision towards making the state of Nagaland the next IT hub of Southeast Asia. And I believe that with all your support, we would be able to make this dream come true. With these few words, I wish the 6th edition of the e-Naga Virtual Summit 2020 a grand success.
He is Ashok Kumar Seetharaman. He is currently the Center Director, E-Government Leadership Center at Singapore National University, which is one of the world top universities in the world. He was earlier Regional Program Director responsible for network project delivery. He was earlier the Senior Solution Architect responsible for architecting end-to-end ICT outsourcing solutions that meets current needs of the customer with an ability to scale and adapt new technologies for the future. And he was also Senior Vice President and Head of the e-commerce unit responsible for B2B transaction engine as product customized to suit various verticals such as marine, building and constructions, electronics, and he is here today with us.
Namaskar. Greetings from Singapore. Before I begin, I would like to congratulate Government of Nagaland and Shri K.D. Wizo, Principal Secretary for organizing the 6th edition of e-Naga Summit. Organizing such a summit in the middle of a pandemic is a testimony to the people of Nagaland for their determination and energy to pursue their goal relentlessly. I wish you all the best in your pursuit of digital government excellence. This morning, I'll be talking on this topic of emerging technologies and its impact on future society from Singapore's perspective. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Ashok Kumar. I began my work life in New Delhi, spent about 6 years there, moved to Hong Kong for 3 years, and for the last 30 years, I've been in Singapore. Bulk of the time working for the government sector, either as a part of their CIO team, Chief Information Officers team, or as a service provider to the government. I've also served the private sector in terms of banking for the Asia Pacific region for Bank of America, worked in IT enterprises, both local and multinational, Hewlett Packard and Electronic Data Systems of USA. And for the last 7 years, I've been the Center Director for E-Government Leadership Center at Institute of System Science, National University of Singapore. I also look after the international programs of that institute. I've been very honored and privileged to be amongst the world's 100 most influential individuals in digital government. A quick introduction to NUS. Established in 1905, it ranked first in Asia consistently for the last couple of decades, 11th globally, has 17 schools and institutes, one of which is Institute of System Science, established in 1981 to build ICT capacity for Singapore. Now, this 1980-81 is a very significant year for Singapore, which I'll talk about it in a moment. E-Government Leadership Center was established in 2006, which I head up. Focus was on excellence for digital government. Let me introduce Singapore. A small island, city, state, nation, 27 kilometers north to south, 50 kilometers east to west. Total land area of 725 square kilometers. We started with a 428 per capita USD in 1960s. Over the decades, we worked very hard to transform ourselves and have reached a per capita US dollar of $65,233. Now, this transformation of an island from almost nothing. Here I must take a moment to explain when I say nothing. No natural resources such as oil, gas, or minerals. This change did not happen by chance. So how did it happen? Over the next few slides and few minutes, I would like to explore a few areas which contributed to Singapore's progress. And I believe, amongst many other things, these were the 4 elements, such as leadership, leveraging on our only resource, which I'll again talk about it in a moment, focus on citizens, and using technology as an enabler. Very clearly, the architect for Singapore was none other than the first Prime Minister of Singapore, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew. His visionary and transformational leadership propelled us to this progress, and his firm belief in merit, capabilities of individuals, the human capital, our only resource. This formed a strong pillar for us and backbone for our progress in Singapore, and we do believe we will leverage on this resource as we move forward. Therefore, protecting this precious resource is extremely important for us. As our Deputy Prime Minister, Mr. Heng, highlighted, we can't protect jobs that we made redundant by digital economy or automation, but we can and will protect workers, every working man and woman. And how do we do that? We have this concept of supporting individuals throughout their learning journey, right from early childhood to formative years of primary school, secondary school, college, university, most importantly, throughout the working life. And we adopt this principle of lifelong learning. Industrial revolutions will come and go. Technologies will change rapidly. Change will be the only constant. How do we navigate all this? We believe skills and lifelong learning will be the only weapon that we will have, which will help us sustain. Our transformation vision for Singapore is to be the world's first smart nation. And we define the smart nation as improving quality of life, creating a competitive economy, and sustaining the environment. Therefore, for us, digital economy or smart nation is not just equal to technology alone. Technology is just an enabler. Let us hear our minister who has captured this sentiment of technology receding into background as one of the key indicators for successful implementation.
Launched by Minister in charge of the Smart Nation Initiative, Vivian Balakrishnan, in a virtual webinar.
It's not just about adding bells and whistles, features, and other options, but to make sure it meets a need in real life. Ultimately, we want technology to recede into the background and instead for government services to simply be available on tap whenever people needed it.
And therefore, our focus on digital government is all about services. We started in 1980. Remember, I spoke about our institute being set up in 1981. When we started in 1980, we found that we did not have ICT capacity in Singapore. That was the year where Singapore government decided to use ICT as a strategic tool for Singapore government and as a nation. Institute of System Science helped to fill that capacity, and we progressed from automating to delivering online services and integrating them, improving our processes, deploying mobile solutions, and co-creating solutions with citizens and private partnership, supporting innovation and economic competitiveness. And 2 years ago, we published Digital Government Blueprint, which very clearly outlines several aspects of our digital government: who, what, and how. I would like to highlight two key principles, which is digital to the core, which is talking about re-engineering, re-architecting the platforms and transforming the services for citizens and businesses, and automating the processes with a personal touch, therefore services with heart and with empathy to citizens. We focus and identified 8 areas of emerging technologies and therefore the skills to be developed around this, which is to do with data analytics, cybersecurity, tech-enabled services, advanced manufacturing, finance, entrepreneurship, digital media, and urban solutions. We have developed Singapore government technology stack comprising of a combination of hosting platforms, middleware solutions, and microservices and APIs, which enables us to mix and match solutions and develop better services, better experiences, smarter processes, most importantly, faster rollout. Digital to the core, we move away from transactions to moments which are anticipatory, intuitive, easy to use experiences. In the past, citizens used to navigate G2C services as individual transactions in silos. But we have bundled the services under this new concept of moments of life, which is built around your wedding, your getting a house, having a child going to the primary, growing up to join the military service, college, work life, and aging. And we have redefined and redesigned the services to encompass the whole of government and personalize these around the moments and the events of life for a citizen. Let me give you an example through this video.
Government services. Before you tune out, tell you what, give us your attention and we'll give you a solution. Life SG. A simpler way to access the government digital services you use most in one smart app. It simplifies your experience, letting you lead better lives wherever you are in life. What precious little time you have, spend it on your precious little one. Or why not yourself? Learn new lessons and expand your horizons. Discover new skills or even get support for your job search. Welcome your little one to the wonderful world of books. Or make new friends while indulging in old passions. And we'll continue to move forward together, shaping and co-creating our services so we can keep making your lives better, today and in the future. This is Life SG. Simpler services, better lives.
And the same technology stack and the approach has helped us to put together solutions using technology during COVID to be able to put together applications that help us traceability. So this application was put together almost literally over a weekend, and the others over a period of time over 5 days. So this is an application which is mandatory to be used in Singapore, which is integrated with the digital identity to enable citizens and residents to log in and log out of facilities, which helps us with the traceability in a secure manner, supported and supplemented with hardware devices to help us do that. And to use the various technologies that we have, especially during this difficult health crisis, I've decided to play this video, which will give you a very comprehensive view of how technology is used, not for technology's sake, but to deliver services to citizens and to protect lives.
Welcome to Ng Ching Fong General Hospital. Please proceed.
Kenobi here is one of the new smart colleagues that the healthcare workers here at Ng Ching Fong Hospital can soon expect to work alongside.
Please approach the staff on duty.
From Certis, this is another member of the hospital group's ultra-modern security team. And these two will be taking on the role of protecting the hospital and its staff starting in October. From temperature taking, safe entry to spotting suspicious objects, the security and concierge robots will also detect visitors and patients who are not wearing masks or following social distancing rules and deny these non-compliant visitors entry. To be gradually deployed across the various hospitals under the National University Health System, including Jurong Community Hospital, Alexandra Hospital, and the National University Hospital. These robots will be supported by a team of drones, which will look after the hospital from the outside, surveilling the facades for suspicious activity or possible safety hazards such as leaks and damaged roofs.
Hospitals are important assets, and there's this continual need to make it safer, smarter, and of course greener. By leveraging on technology and IoT and AI, it helps us to drive efficiency, productivity, safety. For the drones, it replaced a conventional way of putting up gondolas, scaffolding to do building inspection. All right, it is expensive, time-consuming, and to a certain extent not so accurate. By using drones, you can reach out to any parts of the building, take photos, and it get transmitted to the engineers. And if there are problems to fix immediately, we can do it.
The use of technology will also help the hospital be less reliant on manpower and allow for better efficiency and safety.
COVID-19 actually surfaced a very challenging issues, the dependence on manpower. By leveraging on this technology, again, it improved efficiency. At the same time, it lessened the need for manpower. And to us in NUHS, this is something that's pretty important.
Taking the hospital to new heights, literally, the facilities management team here at Ng Ching Fong Hospital is using technology not just for security, but also to help with disease control. So such as with these touchless lifts like this one. Using technology to save time and save money.
This change is happening relentlessly, as our Prime Minister, Mr. Lee, highlighted. World is changing. Unless we change with it, we will fall behind. So embracing this relentless change mindset is one of the important aspects we believe will take us into the future. So ladies and gentlemen, therefore, in summary, transformational leadership, nurturing human capital, adopting the lifelong learning principle, citizen-centric focus, developing anticipatory personalized services around the events of life, which we call moments of life, and embracing change are key pillars, we believe, that will help us propel into the future. And of course, technology is to be used as an enabler. As our minister said, it must recede into the background. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Stay safe, everyone. And thank you once again.
Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Peace on earth and mercy mild, God and sinners reconciled. Joyful all ye nations rise, join the triumph of the skies. with angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark, the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Come to Bethlehem and see Him whose birth the angels sing. Come adore on bended knee Christ the Lord, the newborn King. Gloria, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Gloria, in excelsis Deo. Excelsis Deo, Gloria, Gloria, in excelsis Deo. O come, O ye faithful, joyful and triumphant, O come ye to Bethlehem. Come and behold Him, born the King of angels. O come, let us adore Him. O come, let us adore Him. O come, let us adore Him, Christ the Lord. O come, let us adore Him. O come, let us adore Him. O come, let us adore Him, Christ the Lord.